Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's Friday, so time for another Friday flip. So the other day I was going through my supplies and clearing, decluttering, sorting, getting rid of stuff that no longer served me. And I came across this journal that I used as a nightstand journal. And I believe I talked about it at some point either on my blog or somewhere in a previous YouTube video. But it's been so long since I've actually touched it that I thought this might be a perfect time to introduce you to it in case you're new to my channel. Welcome if you are. And also as a refresher to myself about something that worked that I really loved. So it's a simple ringed binder. We almost all of us have one of these somewhere lying around at home. And what I did was take cardstock from my stash that was 8.5 by 11, rip them in half, punched holes in them, and then put them in here. So what I used this journal for was I used it at night when I went to bed, hence the nightstand journal. What I would do was there was a pen, usually whatever cheap pen I happened to have lying around. Again, I did not use anything precious, right? This cardstock is stuff that's sitting in my stash. I used a pen that whatever pen I happened to use at the time. And what I did was every night, every single night for a period of time, I went through and I would do a sketch. So the sketches themselves, these are not finished pages. These are just a way that I found that was an incredibly meditative way to end the day. A lot of them happened to come from graphic novels, images from graphic novels that I was reading. I read a lot of graphic novels as well as other kinds of books. So there's a link to my Goodreads account down below in case you're interested in finding out more about what I think about the books I read. But, you know, I make quick sketches of something that I find in a book that I'm reading, a graphic novel that I'm reading that inspires me in some way. I sometimes find images from other sources, either Instagram or, by the way, a manga comic I highly recommend. So, you know, I find things from comic books I'm reading, Instagram accounts I'm looking at. Sometimes I combine things from various either comic book plus something else I'm looking at. And all I'm doing is just doing a quick sketch. I'm not looking for completion. I'm not looking to make the page pretty. I'm just trying to capture something down that I'm looking at or thinking about. And what I think is really interesting about this is the benefit was not just the practice of taking a line for a walk, but also an incredibly, as I said earlier, meditative way to end the day. It helped calm me down. It helped quiet the monkey mind. Just sometimes there's some notes, but that's rare. I must have been reading a book that I was interested in capturing some of the notes. Usually it's just the sketches, right? So playing with hair. So again, one of the things that I think is interesting is we often start habits that work for us and then we somehow get out of them. Right? Here's a perfect example of that. This is something that I would do almost every night at a particular period of time. And I don't understand really why I stopped. It wasn't because something changed in that I wasn't getting what I wanted from what I was doing here. But somehow it just, as other things do, we fall out of the habits of doing things. And so as I was going through my stash, I found this particular journal, this binder, and thought, why on earth did I stop this? I have no idea. So what I'm planning on doing is actually going through, because, you know, I used to paper scrapbook, so I have a lot of paper lying around. And I thought I would go get another stash of my paper, do the same thing, cut them in half, make punch holes in them, add them here. This particular group of completed pages, I'll basically archive with the years that these sketches come from. And just get back to that same habit of just, you know, at night, taking a pen for a walk, picking a line for a walk, and just doing some sketching. Get back into the habit of something that I found useful in various ways. One was the calming of my mind, and getting ready for bed that way is a really relaxing way to do it. But two, I also worked on practicing, right? I found that some sketches I got better at sketching in general because I would do this simple kind of sketches every day. It's easy to get out of habits of doing things, but here's an example of one that I'm hoping to bring back into my daily routine. Let me know as you go through your own supplies and your own journals, do you find things that were inspiring to you that you for some reason stopped and you're like, hey, why did I stop that? Let me restart it. And if there are links to any of videos that you have, please leave them down below. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. That's what I have for you today. Keeping supplies simple and easy to hand is one of the things that I find always works for me. If it does for you as well, let me know. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.